Hey, what's going on, guys? My name is Abdul Qadir and welcome to my YouTube channel. So this is the second part of the pet website. So if you are new to my YouTube channel, make sure you subscribe so you will never miss my future videos. So let's start the second part, which is the intro section. So in previous video, we create our nav bar, sticky nav bar. Now we need to create the intro section. So now after the nav tag, we here we need to create some space, then create the intro section, write comment intro, then create a div and give it a class is equal to view, which we styled in the previous video, and give it a id is equal to home. Then we have a div, give it a class is equal to row, padding top dash 5, margin top 4. Then we have two columns. Now we need to create two columns. First column class equal to main1 core dash ld dash 5 and long medium it is 6, and the second div is 7 column. So it's 5 columns, then 7, total 12 column div. So this is the first column and this is the second column, and this is the row. So now in the first column give it h1 tag and give it a class main h, font fit bold, padding bottom 3, pet training school. So this is the h1 heading. Then we have a text paragraph, margin bottom 4, and main p, which will start later, lower Morphism, some dummy text. Then we need to create a row. So this is the first column, called dash ld dash 5, and inside this we need to create another div and give it a class equal to row and main color. So this is the first column, which is the 5 column div, and inside this we create an other row. Now we need to create 3 columns. First column is called dash lg dash 4, and so d dash none, so it will not display on smaller and medium screen. So basically we have 3 divs, 4 column. So first column is and this is 0, and this is inside the call dash ld dash 5. So now create another div inside the first column, which is call dash md dash 4, and give it a class equal to media, and class is equal to margin right dash 3, span is equal to class text dash gray, and the font or some icon, which is FAB, FA dash apple, FA, and the size is FA dash 2 times. So it will look like this. So the icon will not display on smaller or medium screen because we add the class. Let me just click the screen again. Okay, now create another div after that and give it a class equal to media dash body. So we add these classes, so that's why it will not display on smaller screen, but on larger screen it will display. So let me just click the screen. Now give it heading eat, and give it a class font weight bold and padding top 1. Similarly for the second div, so this is the second column, which is called -m-4. This is the first column, and this will start here and end here. So the first column, which is this one. Similarly, we need to create two ones, which is this one. So this is the second column. We create a div inside that and give it a class is equal to media. Similarly, to create a class margin right dash 3 span, give it a class equal to text dash danger, and for the icon fa dash horn and fa. After that, we need to create another div and give it a class equal to media dash body and give it a heading play and font width port. So this is our second column and this is our third column. Similarly, create div and give it a class equal to media. Then create another div inside this and give it a class equal to margin right dash 3 span tag. After that, give it a class equal text dash info. Then we have the font with some icon, which is fab fa dash github, and the size is fa dash 2 times. For that, with the class equal to media body and heading 4, which is brush, and so let me refresh. So we have 3 columns: first, third, second, and first column. I think we need font width bold missing, so this is the first row, and inside this is inside the first column. It's 5 column div, and we need to, this is the main dash lg. We need to add the font width bold class in the third column, which is gap in there. We need to add the font width bold and padding top dash 1. Now we need to create another row after the first row. So this is the first row. Now we need to create another row. This is the first row and this is the second row, and these two rows are in the 5 column div. Okay, and now create the 12 column div and give it so this is the row, and we need to give it a class called dash dash 12, and we have the anchor tag view more. So view more button and give it a class equal to btn. So we styled this in the previous videos, so now we can use it here easily. So it will look like this now. So we already wrote the code in the previous video, which is this button, and hope all this we write in the previous video, so that's why we don't need to write here. Now create another, first href hashtag about, then create another book now, and give it a class equal to btn dash md btn dash primary dash outline, and give it a id is equal to book now btn dash primary dash outline, which is btn dash primary and btn dash md. So we already wrote this in the previous video. So Now our picture is missing. First write the href hashtag contact. So this is the 12 column div, and this will end here. Then this is inside the row, which is the second row, and this is the first row. And first row we have 3 columns, 4 by 4 3 column. So this is first, second, third column. Then we have the second row, we have 2 buttons. So this is the first row, second row. Then we have the 5 column div, and which is this one. Now we have the main row, and then we have the 7 column div. Now we need to create the img tag and give it img1 and source asset slash, which is in our asset folder. Write the path and give it a class img-float and give it some sample image. So let's just look in our browser. So we need to rotate this picture along x-axis, so we'll start it later. So, and we need some padding also. So intro section part is this, and it will end here. We have the first row with, then we have 5 column div, then 7 column div, and inside the 7 column div we have a picture, and inside the first column div we have the heading, then we have a paragraph. After that we have 2 rows, first row, second row. This is the heading, first row, then this is the second row where we have 2 buttons. So the first row we have 4 column, 4 column, 4 column, 3 4 column div. Then in the second row we have icon and some text, and in the second row we have 12 column div where we have 2 buttons. So 3D column, then we have 2 buttons. Now we need to rotate this picture first. So let's go into the style.css and scroll down, and here we need to write our code, which is main. First of all we need to target the image, and we already give it the id img1, which is this id img1. So we need to rotate this picture along x-axis. So let transform scale x and give it -1. So our picture is rotate now, and it will look like this. Now we need to add some padding here. Main edge, which is the main edge. Let me just show you the main edge, which is this one, main edge. So dot main edge and give it color 1818. Then we have a main p, which is this one, main p. Now to line dash height 1.5, then letter spacing 1 pixel. After that we have a color 18, then font style normal, and 14 font size is 16.2 pixel. Then we have opacity 0.8. After that dot main color 1818. Now you can see that the navbar stick at the top. So we write all the navbar code in the previous video. So now you can see the effect on the sticky navbar effect. So now we need to write the larger screen some media queries, so that we need some space and do this in center. So for the larger screen, write the media query first. So now you can see media minimum width 1025 pixel, dot my logo, and font size 25.6 pixel. After that, dot main one. So padding left 5%, which is main one, this one, and we have main H. Give it a font size 65 pixel and padding to 15%. Main H is this one, main H, and main H2. So I think we need to write all the media queries first, so we don't need to write it later. So we will use it later. So first we will write all the media queries so that we don't need to write it later. So these classes will be used later, so that's why I'm writing this. Main H3, font size 57 pixel, and dot premium, which we will also use later. Font size 57 pixel, color 0b1b3f. Then we have the code p class, font size 25 pixel and color 1818, font weight 600. Then we have this class, which is the service H, font size 58 pixel. So all these classes we will use later. So now it will look good on larger screen, but on iPad we also need some media queries. So let's first write all the media queries, so we don't need to write it later. First of all, for the iPad screen, write the media query only screen, and minimum device width is 768, and maximum device width is 1024 pixel. Webkit pixel ratio 2. HTML body header dot view, and view, which is this class, and give it a height 75%. Main one, and a padding left 5%. So now it looks good. And for the main H, that's font padding to 5%, and the font size 40 pixel. Yep, now it looks good. Now for the iPad Pro screen. So for the iPad Pro screen, 024 pixel minimum device width, and the maximum device width is 1366 pixel, and WebKit minimum device pixel ratio 2. Target the main one class, padding left 5%. Then we have the main H class, and padding to 15%, font size 50 pixel. So all the media queries is done now. I think the mobile media query. So let's write the media query for mobile devices. We will use it later. So we write all the media queries first, so we don't need to write it later. So for the last, this is the maximum device for 600 pixel dot mov dash pad class, which we'll use later, and padding top 70 pixel. Oops, so our intersection part is ready. So this is the largest screen code, and this is the iPhone device media query, this is the iPad, and this is for the iPad Pro media query. And above we left pricing table, we will start it later in the next videos. So, and this is the intersection part. So let me just close this. So in header we have the nav bar, sticky nav bar, and when we scroll down, the nav bar stick on the top. And when we click on the links, it will stay there. And intersection we have some nice button and image. So our header part we have nav bar and the intersection. So that's it for this video, and I will see you in the next video.